of the Tillamook Renewable Agency to order. It's Wednesday, January 14th, 2026. And so maybe we could have a roll call. John, you want to start?
John Sandusky here.
Here, an officer.
Sorry about that.
I have to start over again.
I apologize.
John Sandusky here.
Here, an officer. Tom Patterson present.
Here's the France.
Cheryl Davy.
Samantha Madison.
And
I'm Sarah.
let's see what's his face. Showing up yet.
No,
Victor.
He's out.
I did send him the
Said he
link,
was in
so.
Hawaii.
Probably. Probably. I don't believe in
30 hours behind us.
Or two.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I'm not.
We don't have any public, so there are no public non-agenda items. I guess we need to look at the minutes. Did everybody have a chance to look at that? So the text. Then we can need a motion.
Move to accept the meeting minutes for December 10th, 2025.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded. Is there any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, that's, one thing that's missing out of here is the minutes for December 17th, because remember we met again. And so, anyhow. Yeah. And Frank.
Aye.
We're gonna disappoint you again. Anyway, we have no public, agenda items, I don't think, the bills, the payments, and the financial reports. I'm anything about that stuff.
Really having an opportunity to look at this. That's right now. I went over to get the packet today, but you said we don't have it. I was in today to print them off until this afternoon because of my, because I'm sick, so I didn't wanna come in any earlier when I needed to.
Stuff.
I think so.
Committee reports, there. The Coliseum Theater, I just wanna let you know that for that grant, short-term loan, as we have the templates that we put together. It went really fast, faster than it's ever done before. We did the Coliseum Theater first, because didn't take as much, filling around, I guess. So I just took the template and I filled in all the blanks on it, and I sent it to our attorney. She looked it over and sent it back. And we made copies of it, and it took less than a week for us to get that all together and get it going on that. And because it was a grant and the way it's written, we just went over to the bank. Bank's not there, bank's down there, this is for security, I think. And they have a notary, so that's what we got from Bryce. The short-term loan took a little bit longer, because attorney put together, you probably Sarah know. And then she put together a trust deed. And the bank doesn't notarize trust deeds. So I ended up going to Debbie Carr over at Rock Trust Realty, and then she did it. So it took a little bit longer to kind of get us together to do that, but we were done before the end of the year, they're all done. And then with the trustee, you have to record it. So it was recorded, I don't remember which day, but anyway, I recorded it over at the county clerk's office.
They can notarize it now, office too. I found out
Yeah,
because the
okay.
bank stopped doing it, like you said.
Yeah, it worked out, you know, how it turned out to be, but, yeah, so, once again, it didn't really take us very long, just really like fast. And, anyhow, yes, so trust leads are a little bit expensive, because it's $87 for the first page, $5 for the page after that. So anyway, but we got it done, so it's all taken care of, and as soon as I got done the papers, and they had finished, well, as soon as they had finished signing, they didn't have the copies yet, but, they started work, so. Like crazy real quick.
So what's happening with the theater? What are we funding?
They apparently in the front, on the panels next to where the, refreshment stand is, that there's water coming in,
Oh,
and she's spent a lot of water at that.
$4,000. $4,000.
well,
Yeah,
Oh,
so
that's
we
big.
approved a grant for them to emergency take care of that, so they don't lose the theater. Anyways, the sidewalk project update, so Frank is here. Once again, Frank, I'm gonna disappoint you because nobody else is here. Frank has submitted a proposal. And then there's another company that submitted a proposal. And, you guys don't have proposals, so we have to discuss them, but, we will next month. It's taking us a while. We have other things that are kind of.
I just wanted to kind of show up and if you guys have any questions or anything,
I don't think
kind
we,
of try to.
so we don't have the proposals, but, your proposal is a lot more than the other companies.
Was it?
Yeah.
Quite a lot.
Yeah.
So. The other thing too is because, the way Victor put everything, so when it comes to ADA. The ADA ramp, which is the corners.
Yeah.
Those are very, very, actually put it, they have to be put according to state and federal law.
Right,
Very particular how you do those. Those were included in the city sidewalks, which is are two totally different things. Your city sidewalks, can obviously a crosswalk of 2%, which is easy to maintain. But when it comes to an ADA, it's a lot more than that. Because you have crosswalk and you have dust. You have curb in there, and it's also 6 inches, so it's a whole lot different than just the sidewalks of 4 inches.
Okay.
So there's a big difference, so I separated that, subtracted the square footage out of the sidewalk, put it in here, because it's complete. Pattern.
okay. And one of the things that you don't have yet, is that there is, and Victor's working on this, there'll be. I think the project is gonna be engineered and so, when that happens, then you'll get that information. But anyway, so this is taking a little bit longer than we anticipated.
I just wanna make sure that whoever else is bidding, that you're comparing apples to apples.
Okay,
Like I said, the 88 corners is whole different one. I'm just regular 6.
alright, so I wrote myself a note here, so we will be very careful about. Yeah,
So your first name again?
Frank,
Frank, so Frank, Tom, have you been communicating with Victor through this process? Is Victor?
Yes.
Okay.
I've got an email that, and I put in the estimate that, because he had square footage for total sidewalks, which is 4 inches, approaches, which are 6 inches. He had those separate, but the ADAs, he had curves on there, but the ADAs are all supposed to usually are 6 inches.
Okay.
Because of the corners where trucks and semis could take corners and run over that. In the past, what's happened is there were 4 inches and they don't break, and we have to keep replacing. So now the ADA standard typically for the state or federal state law is that 6 inches deep.
I think that if Victor was here tonight, we could probably pursue this conversation further. And so I'm excited to have the same room.
There we go.
making sense to the rest of us as we go, so I'll get over to that.
And that's what I wanna make everyone understand,
Okay, all
because
right.
that
I
is,
think he just-
and whereas, where Victor put everything as 4 inches. It's hard to compare because the ADA is indeed a lot different than just a single
As far as that, very interesting, which will affect the price tag.
Yes, absolutely.
Good, all right,
That's good to know.
yeah, all righty.
So, yeah, any questions, we have my number,
Okay,
information on things.
we'll make sure that you're here.
Yeah, thank you very much
Sure,
for
absolutely.
keeping up on this. Goodness.
Yes, absolutely.
Victor's in the process of joining. It's just not, it's going slowly,
I'm here.
so.
It's okay, nobody has a copy of.
Okay.
There he is.
There it is.
Yeah, we'll try to get this stuff to everybody if they don't know what you should.
Sure.
All right, thanks for understanding.
Yeah. Yeah, no problem. Okay, absolutely.
Frank is the person who, well, his company, who put in the sidewalk next to Home Life.
Victor, can you hear us? You're muted.
Well, I can hear you.
Okay.
Good time we chewing gum or talking.
I don't know, you can, it looks kind of funny. So anyway, so Frank showed up tonight, so he's still here. But since nobody's seen the proposals, but you and me, then, they can have them next month. Is there anything else we need to tell Frank while he's here? I told him that that we still haven't had the engineering proposal done yet.
Yeah, I think that's about it. You know, I think I told Frank once we get that done, we'll send it over and he'll be able to dial things in from there. But that's where we're at right now. Is still dealing with engineering.
I guess once that's established, then everyone will know what everything is as far as the ADAs versus the earth and same sites.
So essentially, what you gave us was a preliminary proposal, and then it'll be fine tuned this thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
All right, thank you.
yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
I think we're very optimistic about how fast this is going.
Thank you again, good night.
Okay, but that's where we are in sidewalks.
Okay.
It's taking a while. Is there anything else anybody needs to know about sidewalks? I told them about the proposal,
Anything else? Nope. We got Kyle Ayer's proposal back, which was, you know, more than double his initial like kind of consultation back in the summer, what he thought it might cost to do a project like this. I'm still reaching out to other engineering firms to try to satisfy getting multiple bids, trying to put an emphasis on the North Coast. So far, multiple firms have responded that they're no longer doing civil, they're just doing structural. So I'm having a hard time finding another civil engineering firm. So if anyone has any ideas, let me know. Otherwise, I'll keep pursuing it. I do like Kyle. He's transparent and clear. He's just, you know, and he even acknowledged that he felt a little awkward about being so much more expensive than his initial kind of concept. But that's kind of what we got to figure out. Who's going to finish the engineering so we can get our permits and then we can really solidify everything with the subcontractors, because then we have a document that says like this is the goal, you know, not just kind of what's described, not just what you're thinking, like right here, this is the goal, this is how things are made, how they're constructed, this is what will pass inspection, this is what you'll do, you know. So Frank, really helpful getting some preliminary numbers, but we just got to get this finished up with engineering. That's where we're at. Thanks, guys.
and one of the things that Frank mentioned before you arrived was that, the ramps are, 6 inch. What is it? Is it the substrate is 6 inches and the regular sidewalk is only 4? And so that's one of the reasons why his proposal, he thinks is so expensive. I didn't tell him what the other company is, but, anyway, so Frank's proposal is like $700,000. The other one is 400,000. So there's a big difference. But if they're not actually talking about the same thing, that will make a difference.
Yep. And, you know, everybody did a good job with their proposals, but in just typical fashion, there's deviations from with the RFP. So that's why if we can just really get that plan together, then we can really make it easier for them to agree to what we're trying to accomplish. So.
Okay,
Excellent.
all right, so that's where we are there. Anybody have any questions?
Where are you, Victor?
I am I'm sitting in a car in Hilo, Hawaii, because it's almost dinner time here. So my wife and I are going to go out afterwards, and it's not the best view. It's just kind of a parking lot area, but
Okay.
it's nice. Where are you? Like mentally, physically, emotionally.
Sitting here loving the shirt.
It's Christmas in July. It's Santa Claus. Kind of hard to see, but
Perfect. Okay, Victor, thank you.
Yep.
thanks, friends.
Okay, I don't think we have any new business. I don't think we have any pending business.
I was contacted today, I think, or within the last couple of days.
Yeah,
By somebody who was talking about wanting um. To buy the Red Apple Inn.
yeah.
And they were just wondering if there was any sort of program any sort of funding to help them, because hotels are so unique, I guess, in their funding. That, they were wondering if we might be interested in helping them do that, get that up and going so that they can, so it can be generating revenue again. But I told them, we don't have funding, and
I know.
yeah, and so but I told them I would let the board know that I was contacted, so. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Have they bought it already? Do you understand?
No,
Not yet.
no. So,
yeah, that's kind of out there. Project updates. I don't know that we have any project updates.
this is where you wanted to talk about, the funding going forward.
Oh, that would be video. Okay, so, well, we talked about it a little bit, Samantha and Tom are the ad hoc committee for finances. They both have a big packet of information. And Tom says that he's read it twice and was still trying to figure it out. I don't know, Samantha's even informed her and we're all.
I didn't open it today. And I just skipped it for this meeting. I haven't looked at it that closely.
Okay.
I need to do that.
Anyhow, I will make sure that all of you have exactly the same packet that they have at our next meeting. So, but my understanding is that we really can't get new funding right now anyway, and so but it took a long time, the last time we did this, I think we spent a year or more trying to get somebody to give us a loan now. Maybe Columbia Bank, which, bank, would be interested again. But, anyway, so there's a path ahead here, it's gonna take us a little while to get there, but at least we've got sort of started.
Do we have a good track record with Uncost / Columbia Bank?
Well, I don't think
We have missed
we
anything?
haven't missed any payments.
So you think we'd be good clients, then yeah.
I would think so. Well, they get really upset because they think that we can't pay. I mean, we get a certain amount of income, but people pay their taxes and they, it's like, oh, there's an economic downturn and then people aren't gonna pay their taxes. No, they do pay their taxes. That's just it, because they don't wanna lose their property. So. I have to eat hamburgers and steak. We'll do that.
But we are starting too soon to be.
Ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
Process, and is it next year that we can?
I think so, yeah. Yeah, so, yeah, no, I don't think we're starting too early, because, everybody has to kind of understand what we're doing, and then we have to find somebody who's willing to give us money, that sort of thing, so. Also takes time. Okay, consent agenda is. Here, so here. Should get that,
It's due.
no, it's shit, okay. Yeah, so it's 4,600 to Signal Luloc accountants and consultants, and those are the audit people. And you get a lot of money every month. And then the 212 here is what I put out personally in order to, for the notary and to have the, trustee, recorded. That's what that is.
We should remember that in the future. Because especially if it's a grant. They
Oh,
just said, you don't, I know it wasn't,
Okay.
but in the future, if it's a grant, they should be paying those fees.
Yeah, so you won't, okay, you won't have these fees for a grant, but you would for a loan.
Okay.
Yeah, so. I don't know how we have that written. That. Anyway, so this is what the consent agenda is, so we would need to have. A motion. Sorry.
I move that we accept the consent agenda.
I second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded. Is there any other discussion?
Aye.
Opposed? That means through that. Now we're going to have an election for the vice chair, because Victor, the vice chair, Victor, I guess they have the gavel when he comes back, and have him here return. Anyway, so Victor will be the chair next year, and we need to have a motion for the vice chair.
I would like to elect, Tom Kahan to be the vice chair for.
I hear you with that.
I'll second that.
Third.
None of you want to repeat it?
If you wanna do it,
I'm jumping on the bandwagon.
Yeah. All right, so, all in favor of Tom being vice chair?
Aye.
All right, Tom, you're the vice chair, Victor will be the chair, and Victor's first meeting.
John, were you the second on that?
I think I was.
You were, okay, I was writing and was not looking, so.
All right, so are there any board comments about non-agenda items or any other things that you want to talk about?
Well, there were problems with the, packet. I'm real uncomfortable not having the packet and having read it prior to the meeting. And I don't know what you've done about that. Sarah, you're not able to from home print that packet out? Here, I know that it comes here. So and I'm talking technology that I don't know. Is it possible from home to get here to print out the packet, so it's ready for us?
It would be, however, the last several months, the city has not had a reliable VPN. Which is what's required in order to do that. And so I received an email today. To be able to set that up. And I tried, given the links that I was given. All the links that I was given said. It said, click here to set up your account. I clicked there and then it said. Your account's already set up, but there was nothing else on the page. One of them, I clicked the link to set it up on my phone and it said. Something about the link was invalid, and so I have an email back to the IT people. So next week I should be able to get that set up, so then I could print it here.
Well, I probably understand technology not working, because it doesn't work for me very often either.
Yeah.
But it still is a frustration for me. I like to be prepared, and I haven't even read it, I'm not prepared. So I don't know whether we should cancel a meeting, postpone a meeting, if we don't have the information. But I'm looking for any suggestions.
So what's this called? The VPN?
Transfer.
Virtual private network,
Yeah,
A what?
virtual private network.
That's how you log in if you're like a gun holding or killing.
Yeah,
You should be able to get it figured out, it should.
it shouldn't be this hard, but it is, so, and it's been months, so. That's been part of the issue, is I can't do anything unless I'm here. But I didn't wanna come in here and get everybody else sick, so. It was,
So the best you could, so, and it's not very complicated.
no,
If you
it's.
have to come in, we can just spray you with Lysol.
All right, okay, anything else? Okay, we've had any correspondence? Okay, so our next meeting is going to be on February the 11th.
Will there be a B and J meeting for that?
Have you received anything, or you might not know?
No,
Okay,
I got.
I don't know.
All right.
Okay, and Vic, did you have anything to say, Victor?
I'm just looking forward to another great year. I'm looking forward to pursuing capital for the following years, and I'm excited about being around this great team again. So thank you guys for letting me be the president or the chair, and thank you, Ruth, for all you've taught me thus far. It's gonna be a great year.
All right,
So I guess we just have to wait for P and J to see if it happens.
all right.
And Victor and I talked about, the committees, and so, it looks like they're gonna basically pretty much be the same. I asked to be on the contract committee, if you like, to just actually keep track of all the contracts. And John, would you mind not being on the contract committee? Or do
Well,
you-
mine not being on
Yeah.
it? No, I don't. Fine with that.
Okay. Because you can't have 4 people on it, you only have 3. So if you don't mind,
No,
okay,
fine.
all right.
That's you and Sam and.
Me, I think.
Gary, yeah,
And then P and J.
P and J were Tom and Victor and Cheryl,
Okay,
and then Todd Bouchard,
and then
so I can have a larger person,
will Victor stay the chair of the P
Yes.
and J? Okay,
that's what he wants to do.
so those,
Yes, please.
it'll remain, okay?
All right. That takes care of that. All right,
All right.
I adjourn the meeting, yes, well, that's.
Wow.
Okay.
What do you think so? What is it?
Get on, is that any trouble?
Why start now?
Have a great time, Victor.
Easy, Tom, all right.
Yeah, have fun.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Gary.
you.
Aloha.